to mention anything about any audio video upgrades at this time?
No.
Okay. I know that we're looking at some equipment. We're very close to moving on that. I think that that will be something that will be able to fall in line very, very soon. So it should satisfy some of the citizens' concerns around open meetings like this, and it should be a good step forward. So that it's coming. So everybody can feel good about that. As far as my report goes, we did have a good parks meeting last night, and really enjoyed the dialogue that came through about the parks and everything. I think we're hopefully in a good space. I know we finished that meeting with some comments that sort of continued on through the evening. I think the idea was if there are any additional comments about the design that's been put forward, that they circle back to the mayor so he can reach out to the council when that plan comes up for approval. So definitely go if you have any questions or concerns about the park. The time is now so that we can start getting this plan into action. In regards to planning and zoning, I want to give an update from the most recent meeting in November. I've said I would do that, and I haven't done a great job on that, so I want to make sure I bring up the November meeting. There was a gentleman named David Hall, and he basically was requesting a zoning from R2 to C1. Mr. Hall stated that he was requesting a change to build a gym for his personal training business, which is currently in Birmingham. He would be using the existing house as his office and live in the house, which is allowed under C1 zoning. Basically, there was no opposition, and that moved forward. And I've even heard from a resident that lives adjacent to them. They expect no disruption to their residential property surrounding that. So that was, I think that should be a good move, and another business relocating from Birmingham to Irondale. Let's see here. That is all I have at this time. Looking forward to a good meeting, and once we disperse, I wish everybody happy holidays, and we'll start this bad boy back up in January. That being said, looking for at this time any reports of boards and non-council committees. I believe, Mr. Bearden, you have someone you'd like to introduce to us?
Yes. I want to thank you, First Neighbors, for giving us this time to speak. I am a member of Jefferson East Camp of the Gideons International, along with Mr. Walter Rush, and he's going to make a presentation tonight, and if you don't mind, I'm going to turn the mic over to him.
Please.
Okay.
Delighted to take this mask off. Thank you for letting me be here. I'm Walter Rush, and Gideons International. You know, the Gideons are the people that put Bibles in hotel rooms. They also put Bibles in military bases, hospitals around the world. In fact, last year, we placed 68 million copies of God's Word in 200 countries in 100 languages with zero government assistance. It's a miracle. And I was thinking about tonight, what we'd like to do is offer each one of you a small vest pocket Bible, New Testament Psalms. If I could do that this time, would you like one? Mayor, would you like one?
Yes, sir.
These are going to come in handy. How can I get through this?
There's a little
There you
slot
go.
right there. Thank you, sir.
Got one for you. And can I get through?
Right here.
Right here?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And just a thought or two. Government. It is an interesting concept, and it's going on here right now. And people in this city have put their trust in you, and consequently, you have a great responsibility. Thank you for what you do, Mayor. Thank you for all the things. Let me read two scriptures. In Luke, it says, this is 1:28 through 33. And he came to her and said, "Greetings, O favored one. The Lord is with you." But she was greatly troubled at the saying and tried to discern what sort of greeting this might be. And the angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God. And behold, you will conceive in your womb and bear a son, and you will call his name Jesus. And he will be great, and he will be called the Son of the Most High, and God will give him the throne of his father David, and he will reign over the house of Jacob forever, and his kingdom will be of no end. So we have a leader here in Jesus Christ. He's going to reign, and you're going to reign in his place here in Irondale. I'd like to also read another scripture from Isaiah, and it's in Isaiah 9, 6 and 7. Now this was about 500 years before Jesus was born. And it says, For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders. I need to research that some more, but the government is on Jesus' shoulders, and you folks have the responsibility of governing here, in this part of the kingdom. The government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be called, it says, Wonderful Counselor. Not wonderful, but Counselor. Mighty God, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and of peace there shall be no end. On the throne of David and over his kingdom, to establish it and uphold it with justice and with righteousness from this time forth and forevermore. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will do this. Now, thank you for the time. I've given you a pocket testament. It's got New Testament and Psalms, which is phrase language. Put it in your pocket with your purse. He is your counselor. They're going to probably, if your life is like mine, there are going to be times when I need counsel. And Jesus Christ is your counselor. If you'll go to him, he'll give you the answers. God bless every one of you. Appreciate everything. It is a wonderful city. I've lived in and around it most of my life. Thank you for what you do. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other reports from boards or non-council committees at this time? Fair enough. Now we move into council deliberations on agenda items only. We've got a few items that were visited 2 weeks ago. I've already received some questions about why they find themselves back on the agenda tonight. There is a note printed on the agenda that will attempt to explain it. That being said, I'd like to make a motion for if we can go ahead and go into the deliberations of the agenda items only. I know that 1 through 11, which are considered unfinished business, have already been discussed in length at our last meeting. Obviously, we can deliberate those if needed. Councilwoman Cuellar, do we need any further deliberation on those unfinished items?
No.
Okay. Councilman Box, do we need any additional deliberation?
No.
Okay, perfect. I myself am good as well. Moving into new business, there is a resolution 2020 R76 that authorizes the mayor to execute an agreement with the city of Trustville for jail services. I understand we have Chief Wiggins here. Would you mind, sir, coming up and giving us a little bit of information behind that?
Sure. We currently use Tarrant to house our inmates, and we pay $2,750, $2,700 a month. And last year we paid $33,000. Mayor Stewart says a lot of time we need to be good stewards of the money, and I think one way we can do that, the agreement with Trustful allows us to pay each day a prisoner for inmates there housed, not based on a set amount. I think in the long run it will work out so that the city can save some money. It's also closer, more feasible for not only officers but the magistrates to go over and do whatever business they need to do. At the time, Tarrant was the only option, but I think now Trustful is a good opportunity for us to take advantage of. They have jailers around the clock. they also have a nurse on staff. So I think it's something that can help us save money, but also be more feasible for the city departments, police and magistrate support.
Thank you, sir. Councilwoman Cuellar, do you have any questions for Chief regarding this?
No.
Okay. Councilman Box?
Yeah, Chief, you said it is gonna be a daily pay or daily pay per prisoner rather than a monthly service?
Correct. If an inmate is processed and housed, if they're housed for any length of time that day, 2-3 hours, it's a one-day pay. It's $32 a day.
Okay, sir.
We used them about 6 or 8 years ago, and it was $30 a day, so it's only gone up $2 in that amount of time. That includes the meals and everything that be a part of an inmate staying there.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but in Trussell still a little bit newer possibly than the
Yes.
one at Tarrant and stuff? I think Uniontown and Trussell kind of upgraded there about the same time.
Correct.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you. That's all.
And I have no questions for you either, sir. Thank you, sir. Moving on to item number 2 under new business. 2020 R17 extends the fiscal year 2020 general fund budget, water department budget, E911 budget, gas tax 4, 5, and 7 budget, and the court budget for fiscal year 2021 until January 31st. And that is basically we received we received the most recent budget as far as how it was basically finalized, and we received the current proposal for the spending plan just recently. So we're going to take some time to deliberate on that, in my opinion, and so basically this kind of frees us up a little bit. I know I was possibly toying with the idea of having a meeting in New Year's week, but this eliminates the ability for us to have to do that. So that being said, Councilwoman Cuellar, any deliberation around the second item for new business?
No, I think that's a good idea to extend it, this way we have a little more time to study the budget.
Perfect. Councilman Box?
I concur with him.
Perfect, and I think it's a good idea as well. It doesn't put us up against the wall, so thank you, Mayor, for that. And then item number 3 under new business, resolved that ordinance 2020-16 modifies and amends section 2-149, date, time, and place of pre-council and regular meetings of the municipal code of the city of Irondale. So basically, formally moving our prior council meetings from first and third Tuesday to first and third Wednesday. Any deliberation needed on that item, Councilwoman Cuellar?
No, I mean, I like the pre-council prior to our council business. So if we can, continue with that, and then as, some of you, I believe you stated, maybe putting it publicly if we're not gonna be, okay.
If we need to, and we might want